Recently, we have seen several well-known bankruptcies in the solar energy or solar panel manufacturing industry in the U.S. The most famous company, perhaps, is Solyndra, based in California. And the other ones are, I believe, Evergreen, and based in Massachusetts, and then Spectral Watt in New York. And obviously, these bankruptcies will put, China's manufacturing industry in a very dominant position with around 60% market share. So, any insights you could offer on why these companies? Obviously, you invested in a very successful one.
Sure.
Now, any one of these three. Any insights you could offer?
Yeah, I would say this is at the very beginning of the storm. And if you look at China, I don't think China's industry is better, frankly speaking. If you look at the situation in China, look at last year, look at all the public company. See how many CFO resigned, or the chairman of the auditing committee resigned. So there is a severe issues behind it. In fact, to us, as long as we're the last one to bankrupt, then we're okay. So I would say this, the solar industry is all screwed up. I just be very honest with you. And the people, we don't really have a market. We don't really have a customer. We don't really have a business. All we have is kind of a dream. I just be very honest. The reason for that, I just give an example, what the solar industry is about. I always say this, the whole game here is about a 25 years warranty. That's really the key play of this solar industry, which means your panel has to last 25 years for you to get a meaningful return without the government support. Government support is great, but to some extent, I think it's a spoiled industry, got the industry into the wrong direction. So anyway, we can debate on that. But the problem, I got a customer came back from China. He's really scared. He asked me a question. He said, "Hey, Pin," he said, "in the solar industry," he said, he said, "You came from the automotive industry." I said, "Yes." He said, "For you to be able to supply to GM, how many tests do you have to do for your product?" I said, "We have a DV test, PV test, acceleration test, field test." And he said, "How long that's going to take?" I said, "About 2 years." Then he said, "What is the warranty you're going to give to GM?" I say, 2 years, 3 years, depending on the product. If it's an engine, obviously you can extend that. So he said, how could anybody give the warranty for 25 years without even knowing what they're doing? There's no process validation. There's all kind of issues. I say, "Yeah, you're absolutely right." So I say, I feel sad about that as well because I tested. I have our people, because I was very concerned. I said, I don't want to be liable for 25 years without knowing if I can be liable. So I said, Wanxiang got 40 years now. I don't want to take another 40 years just to find it out that we're running into a problem. So I said, let's find it out. How other people could ever offer this 25 years warranty? Are they sure they really can do that? So we look at it into every other people, Soundtech, Sharp, all the major ones. Look at their warranty agreement they published. Then we start to learn and say, oh, okay, now we understand, because nobody really cares. Their warranty agreement essentially is that as soon as you take the panel, leave your building, you're done. Because all the other condition has to be installed by their people, has to be only used with other equipment that are made by themselves, which is impossible. You got to hook it up into the grid or somehow. So, and if you find out it's bad, you're responsible to take it down. You're going to send it to their lab, and in their sole discretion, they're going to determine whether it's a loss of power or not. If they decide not, then you are responsible to take the panel. So economically, it won't be even feasible for anybody to claim the warranty. So I say, wow, that's interesting. So I say, let me see if we do the same. Anybody could ever come back to ask the question. So we modified our warranty agreement, post on our website, and say we follow the industry standard. So far, it has been 2 years now. Nobody ever come back and ask a single question. So that really makes me very sad. I mean, as a business, I'm doing great. You know, I'm just keep selling the product. Nobody cares, right? It's okay, and I'm not even liable for anything. But that's the industry has to go through as an educational process.